What the if they ever call me to come back, I'm going to ask who I get to beat up.
The last time we saw Brock was the Saudi Arabia show where he beat Lashley, right?
I think so.
So obviously
he's got a grudge. He didn't beat him fast enough.
He didn't beat him in the States. Yeah.
Beat him up and beat up Theory too. Again, that wasn't even shooting an angle for a match as much as just here Brock's got to come out and do something shocking that people will remember. Who gives a fuck if it hurts our current talent or not? So those are my thoughts and comments. If they were attempting to sell the WWE of 1999, they did a great job. But if they're attempting to sell the WWE of 2023, they just buried almost everybody's coming back next week.
No, you're wrong. If they were trying to sell the WWE of 1999, they failed at that too.
Well, that's true, because nobody looks the same. It's why I'm not doing this shit anymore. Nobody looks the same.
You actually look better. Everyone else is going the other way.
Well, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to be right over here looking better. Apparently, everybody that doesn't get out of the wrestling business looks like shit.
Just think about if you would say yes to one of these offers that come to one of these things. And you could be sitting there in the background with holding a tennis racket for no good reason while people are playing poker.
What? I don't understand I mean, in all honesty and in all sincerity, if I just needed the payoff, I guess I'd go to do whatever. But as a professional and as a veteran and as any of these guys who had legitimate names in the business, I would say if you call me to come and do your television program, what would you like me to do? Can I be a meaningful part of it? Can I help further one of your issues or programs, or can I help get one of your talents over or get interest in a specific thing or whatever?
No.
Well, no.
It's a 3-hour show. You have 30 seconds. Here's the line we wrote for you.
But that's what I'm saying. I would say if I can't, why do I want to just come there and sit and play poker or fly somewhere, sit around the building all day to visit old friends? That might not be bad, but it demeans the person you were at one point when you're just being seen as background fodder and or, a person sitting around a table without even speaking. Call me when I can do something for you, and if I can't, then you don't need to call. But I don't understand why people just go and I'll be sitting in catering all day. Well, it's an easy payoff. Fuck, it would have been easier to stay fucking home. Makes you look bad. That's my thought.
Well, that was WWE Raw 30 or Raw XXX. And perhaps you're looking for a transition, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps
high and low.
You want to just cut right through the crap and get to a transition to a wonderful sponsor of this here show. What would you do, Jim?
I'll tell you what I would do. I would look forward to the next time that magic day of the month when my box of awesome shows up from Bespoke Post. That's what I would do. I would look forward to that because we've talked about these fine people and we have argued at length and vehemently about how to pronounce their name. I say bespoke, you say bespoke. But nevertheless, you say tomato, I say tomato. We all say you need to open up your box of awesome because the people at Bespoke Post hand curate the items that go in these boxes of awesomeness. Every item from a small business that you might not have ever heard of otherwise. But they're supporting those small businesses and their opportunities to fulfill the American dream and grow and expand and become wealthy and become multinational conglomerates and then cheat on their taxes and not pay their proper share and then hide all their money in offshore accounts in in various Caribbean islands or in Switzerland. But right now, they're just little mom and pop shops like you and me and all of our friends that just trying to make a living and doing the best they can. And 90% of everything that comes in your box of awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand like these small businesses that they support. They hand curate these items, and they've got an amazing selection. As a matter of fact, too many things. It's an embarrassment of riches. When you go to boxofawesome.com, you will see that there's so many things that these boxes center on. You have to enter your interests and what you like because they have such a wide array and variety of hand-curated personal items. Everything, Brian, you know this, everything from cozy essentials to travel must-haves to cocktail kits to knives. You got a bunch of knives over there.
I did. You're not supposed to announce that, but yes, now that you've announced it, I will confirm there are a bunch of knives here, but you don't know what they are.
There is a bunch of knives in Brian Last's house, ladies and gentlemen, and do you have licenses for those knives? Have you recently Googled how to cut up and dispose of a body?
I'm having a problem with my headphones. What are you saying?
Nevertheless, whether you want to
What's
cut
going on
somebody
over here?
whether you want to cut somebody out of your will the hard way, or whatever you want to do with the box of awesome, folks. Each of these boxes is valued at around $70, but you only pay a fraction of that price. And folks, you know what a fraction is. That's a number with a line over the top of another number. Right now, in addition to not paying that $70, just a fraction of that, you can get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code DRIVE at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code DRIVE at checkout for 20% off your first box. And it's a great day that comes in the mail once a month. You've picked the things you're interested in. You open it up, and the surprise and the shock and the awe and the resplendency and the majesty, it overcomes you. Sometimes people just faint and fall dead away in the street. One guy actually fainted, fell dead away in the street, cracked his head on the concrete, and they took him to the local medical facility for a brain scan. Luckily, he had been interested in blankets. He got a box of awesome blankets. They put them right over him in the hospital, and then later on that next week when they laid him to rest, he was laid to rest with his box of awesome that started the whole thing. Folks, once again, boxofawesome.com. Enter the code DRIVE at checkout, 20% off. You're not going to believe it. Wait till you see what they send you in your box.
Knives.
Forks.
Spoons. Well, let's not go too crazy. Let's use the knives again. Let's cut through the crap